just give me the history of this chant and why it's become so integral to the Free Palestine cause.
So I'll answer your question not just as the leader of the largest Palestine Solidarity organisation in Europe, but as a Palestinian. And the chant, which is from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, encompasses the entire space in which Palestinian rights are denied. What do I mean by that? B'Tselem, Israel's leading human rights monitoring organisation, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and 2 weeks ago, the ex-head of Mossad said the same thing, Israel's security agency, that Palestinians are living under a system of apartheid. Now, that affects different Palestinians in different ways. So Palestinians who live as citizens of the State of Israel are subject to a body of laws that make them second-class citizens. They don't have full rights as citizens of the state. Palestinians in the West Bank are living under military occupation that denies them their basic rights. And
I get
Palestinians in Gaza
all of this.
are living under a blockade that's lasted 17 years. So this phrase says, across all of that territory, as you say, from the River Jordan to the Mediterranean Sea, Palestinians will be free when the system of apartheid is dismantled. They no longer live as either second-class citizens or under military occupation.
Where does Israel have a place in this new era that you would like to see?
Well, it's a sort of grotesque twisting of political reality that to say that apartheid being dismantled is somehow a threat to the basic rights of other people or expressing genocidal intent to them. Black South Africans fought for an end to apartheid. That meant that the apartheid state of South Africa will disappear. It was no longer an apartheid state, but then together, black and white South Africans forged a new reality in which everybody had equal rights, but no people had a right to privileged rights over another people based on their ethnicity, their race, or their religious identity. And that's what Palestinians are asking for. They're asking for a space in which they can live, in which they are not subject to oppression, either through military occupation or through a system of laws that says you don't have the same rights because we are a space that privileges the rights of Jewish people. So this is not about Israel's right to exist. It's about Israel's right to exist as an apartheid state, and it does not have that right.
It sounds to me as if what you were proposing there was a one-state solution, not a two-state solution, where there would be a government that's voted in by Israelis and Palestinians together.
Palestine Solidarity Campaign very specifically does not have a position on two states or one state. We say that is for the people themselves to determine. But what is clear is what solution is required that respects the rights of all. So if there were a solution, which is there might be two states, but one of them would be apartheid state, where any Palestinians living within the state would be denied that rights, that would not be acceptable. In the same way, if there were an independent Palestinian state in which there were Jewish people living who were completely deprived of their rights, that would not be acceptable. So the future requires a respect for the rights of all and a recognition that no people have the right to exercise supremacy over another based on their race, their ethnicity, or their religion. That seems to me a fairly straightforward position.